Fathers of New Life, happy Father's Day. And so with the barbecue seasoning that you got as a Father's Day gift, we figured we would give you a couple recipes to follow. And in specific, this one's gonna be pork chops. And as you can see, we've got two beautiful bone-in, thick-cut pork chops that we're gonna be making today. And we're gonna keep these recipes nice, easy, and simple for you to follow. So first thing you need is some oil and the seasoning that we got for you. So the first thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna sit there and you're gonna put oil on both sides because we need a little bit of a binder to make sure that this stuff holds on while it's cooking. And make sure you season all the sides. We don't want to sit there and just leave the sides uncovered because that's where the seasoning is going to stick on the most. We're doing bone-in pork chops today because the bone does add additional flavor. And so instead of those thin cut pork chops that always tend to run dry on you, make sure you get a nice thick cut pork chop because it, one, will not only taste better, but two, it will hold in as much moisture as possible. Now that you've oiled both sides and the sides of your pork chops, make sure you grab your seasoning and just sprinkle some right on top of there. And you know, you can sit there and you can go a little heavy, you can go a little bit on the lighter side, but make sure you give it a nice coating. And you can even rub it in a little bit and then make sure you flip it over and do the other side as well. And you can already tell once that seasoning is setting in with the oil that it's not going anywhere. So that's huge. So let's keep going. And then now, one of the things that I like to do is I like to set down a seasoning strip right there for the sides. And so you can sit there and you can just run it around just like that and make sure that every crevice gets nice and seasoned. All right guys, it is now time to put the pork chops onto the grill. Now these ones are about 1.25 inches thick. So we're gonna do about 6 minutes per side and we're gonna flip them a total of 3 times to make sure that each side cooks twice. And so it's gonna be gorgeous. And if you have a griddle, it's time to make sure that it has a little bit of oil on it. But if you have a regular grill, go ahead and get those nice beautiful char marks that everyone likes. And let's go ahead and throw these babies down right onto the grill. And just, there you go. That is exactly the sound that you were looking for when you're cooking some pork chops. And so, the time is running, 6 minutes on this side and we'll flip it 3 times. All right guys, it's been about 6 minutes, so we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna flip these pork chops right here. And as you can see, we've got a beautiful little char on them right here. They picked up the oil nice and tight. So now, this side for 6 minutes, we've got 2 more flips ahead of us. All right, so it's been about 6 minutes on this side, so we're gonna go ahead and flip it over again, and we see that nice crust on that side, just as the other side. And if you're using a griddle, this would be a perfect time to add just a little bit more oil on the edges to make sure that it's not burning all the way through. If you're using a regular grill, I'm sure you've got some beautiful lines on there. And so we've got 1 more flip to go, 6 minutes on this side, we'll flip again, 6 minutes again, and we're done. All right guys, we're going in for the final 6 minutes, and once this 6 minutes is up, we're looking for a nice 145 internal, and we're getting a beautiful crust on there. As you can see, the sun glistening right off of it, and this is gonna be so good, and I'm so excited. Ladies and gentlemen, it's our last flip, and so let's go ahead and cut right on into it. And as you can see, cooked absolutely perfect. It is still nice and juicy. And let me tell you guys, this is going to be absolutely delicious.